Welcome to the Grizzled Geek and Review for September 7th, 2018. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here with your weekly wrap-up of nerd news. Well, lots of stuff going on this week. A lot of stuff dropped.
Yeah.
Big story, if you've been, I don't know where you've been, under a rock somewhere. Captain Marvel images dropped on the cover of Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
And, man, we got our first look at this. Everyone was kind of holding their breath. This is the first. There's a lot riding on this particular movie, right?
Yeah.
Ever since Wonder Woman set the
true.
bar, right?
Yep.
And then everyone's like clamoring for more female-led
superhero
movies. This was, Marvel's answer. I mean, they'd already had this plan previously.
Right, yeah.
But, they're waiting for the right time. Well, we got our first look. As you can see, Captain Marvel in her full, blue, red, and gold costume.
Yeah.
The desert shot here is pretty amazing. We got to look at young Nick Fury with two eyes. Although we get to see the de-aging. Now Disney's been killing it with this de-aging effects,
Right, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to get to see a character in a whole movie.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah. All right, well, I hope it works.
If it's anything like this picture, it looks amazing. So we get our first look at Skrulls. Marvel Skrulls. They're in the Marvel Universe for the first time. Chins and all. And they look far better than I would expect. Green skin aliens, pointy-eared green skin aliens with like weird chins. But they somehow Marvel takes the absurd and pulls it off.
Yeah,
they do. That's what they do.
They've got a raccoon that's a super genius.
That's true. They got a super genius raccoon who's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So
a tree.
And a talking tree. So I will never underestimate what Marvel can do. So the Skrulls, I'm excited about Skrulls. Now, we should have seen our first Skrulls with X-Men Dark Phoenix, but now we'll probably never see those Skrulls.
Oh, yeah.
Because of these Skrulls.
We'll see, yeah. That's probably true.
Okay, also out of the many highlights from the images from the EW cover shoot, we see one of them is Maria Rambeau, which is a fellow fighter pilot for Carol Danvers, a.k.a. Captain Marvel. And we see her call sign on her plane is Photon, right? Okay. Which is important because she's also described in the list as a single mother. That's also important.
Okay.
Because by the time Captain Marvel comes back, this is in the 90s, right? Her daughter, Monica Rambeau, will be fully grown. And Monica Rambeau in the comics also played Captain Marvel. Right. And one of her alter egos was Photon. So they're implying quite a bit there, Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So it's exciting. And Photon was also, that version of Captain Marvel was also a member of the Avengers. Of course, that was back when it was like kind of the crappy Avenger with Dr. Druid and Black Knight and all those questionable guys. But but that's very exciting. Now, another exciting part is if this follows the pattern of trailers usually following within 2 weeks after an EW cover.
That'd be
cool.
We
should see a trailer pretty soon. We even have one insider saying it could be as early as next week.
Oh, nice.
For a trailer. So we're going to see Captain Marvel sooner than later. Now, we knew it was coming because they announced there's going to be an Avengers trailer by the end of the year, right?
Ooh,
Avengers 4 trailer by the end of the year. But Captain Marvel comes out in, February? It's the Black Panther
February or March?
March, early next year. And it's either March or February. But yeah, so we should see that one before. Right?
Cool.
So here we go.
All right. Are trailers giving away too much? Yes. Wait, there's more to the story.
We've heard this argument before. But,
all right.
Yeah.
We've all had trailers spoil certain scenes in movies, or even that certain characters live through a certain thing. Sometimes show us stuff that, or they show us stuff that never really happens in the movie.
Like reshoots. DC movie.
Yeah, reshoots just take out what we saw in the previews, and then.
Like the entire trailer for Suicide Squad and Justice League.
Yeah. There's like, what happened to? What about?
So I thought there was a.
But some people are saying it's getting worse. For example, Venom TV spots are giving us too many Venom scenes, and what often happens with characters like this is we actually end up seeing all the scenes they're in.
We heard early on that Venom was only taking up the actual Venom. Will only be in a certain percentage of the film.
Correct.
And we're getting so many scenes of them now that we've seen them all.
Yeah. So, I understand studios walk a fine line between getting people hyped for this movie because if they went the other way and were realistic with the amount of Venom compared to not Venom, then people wouldn't be interested. They're like, this isn't a Venom movie. This is an Eddie Brock movie. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Yeah. So they got to put Venom in there, but then you kind of overkill it. So,
right.
Well, and just the idea of having 4 different trailers of every movie tends to give too much away.
Yes.
Rather than keeping it just to a couple that show, that may cross over scenes so you don't get nearly as much in there.
Yeah.
But, all right. Between extended trailers, overseas trailers, they just, we get more and more just about every movie cycle.
Right.
Movies, they keep ramping them up.
The plot of movies.
Right, yeah.
Like you can follow the movie, I already know what's happening in that movie now.
Yeah, some say that Predator's guilty of this too. The new Predator's just gone too far and you give too much of the plot away.
Yeah.
All others are good about, being vague about where what you're seeing happens in the movie, while others, it's just all too obvious.
The problem is they make with the internet now. Before it was back in our days when we grew up, we had to go to the movies to see trailers.
Right.
One.
Yes.
And then a trailer passed by really quick. I'm like, did that happen? Did we see that in the movie? Did we just see that?
Yeah.
You had to go back and see the movie.
You only saw it once. Maybe if you were an avid moviegoer, you saw it 2-3 times. Yeah. But you couldn't just keep going back to it to see it over and over again.
You couldn't pause every single little scene and zoom in minute detail.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that definitely has made it to a point where you as a viewer have to make a conscious choice of going, I'm going to ignore some trailers.
Yeah, I usually see the first trailer and maybe the second.
Yeah.
And then I try and avoid them unless we're, reacting to them here.
Correct. Yeah. Well, even then we tend to be reacting to the first, not to the whole thing. So, but I guess another example of one that's really bad right now is the Brazilian Halloween trailer, which fans say gave away most of the plot, including hints at imminent deaths of principals and supporting characters.
Yeah.
Not just, throwaway people that you knew were going to die anyway.
And some people are going, well, we don't know that those people died, or that we don't know, things could change in the movie because it doesn't actually show the death. But if you see a scene where Michael Myers grabs you by the hair and you see a knife swinging towards your neck, and then it cuts away, unless Superman swoops in at the last minute to stop that knife, we're pretty sure that person's dead.
Yeah, there's a good crossover.
Yeah, true.
No, not really.
Not really.
No. All right, so there you go.
Yeah, but
movie trailers.
This has been an argument that's been
it's been going on
for a while. But
it happens every cycle of blockbuster movies.
I think now
it's too much. Is that too much?
Yeah. Well, now I think it's worse because of the fact that we have access to all the trailers now. Yeah. Every international trailer, every country's version of trailers, everything else. So we have access to all of them. So there you have it. Okay, let's talk Dave Bautista. Now, Dave Bautista, the wrestler turned actor who portrays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, has been very vocal about how he feels about Disney. Yeah. He continues to tear into Disney both in social media and in interviews over the firing of James Gunn. It's controversial firing of James Gunn.
Yeah.
He has not been shy about his opinion.
Yeah.
Is going so far as to say, hinting that he kind of wants out of his Disney contract. So, we'll see what's going on with that. It's in a recent interview, he said, and this is a quote, "It is what it is. If it costs me a job, it's just what happens. I always think of it as it's like you can't threaten a poor man with poverty. I grew up poor. I know what it's like. I'm not afraid of losing money. It means nothing to me. I'll wrestle in backyards in front of 10 people if I have to make a living. I'm not going to be flexible with my integrity." So,
all right.
That's it pretty much spells it out there.
Yeah.
Right there for you. And it's hard. As much as I want to see him as Drax, as much as I can't imagine them going on without him.
Right. Yeah.
I can't fault the guy for being true to his principles. If he's what he believes, and honesty. He's not going to fake it for Hollywood, and it probably because he wasn't brought up in Hollywood, right? He wasn't he's.
Yeah. Well, good on him. I think it's cool that somebody is sticking up for. All of the cast did. All the cast stuck up for James Gunn.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where I understand why Disney did what they did.
Yeah.
But I think they jumped the gun, and this was a little too far.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to go as far. I understand the reasoning behind it. I don't think they needed to. That's my point. But
yeah, so and he says the wrestle in the backyard for 10 people. He can go back to WWE whenever.
Whenever he wants to. Exactly.
He's already talked about one more run there, so he's not in financial trouble for this. Yeah, maybe he'll be making.
He's giving up Hollywood money. I mean, let's not underestimate that he's giving up Hollywood money.
Right.
That is a big thing to give up.
Correct.
Most people wouldn't do it. Most people would keep their mouth shut for the money.
Yes.
And he's not willing to.
That's cool. Good on him. I mean, good for him.
Now, Guardians 3 is on indefinite hold right now, because they haven't found a director for it, and it was supposed to start shooting soon.
Oh, all right.
And Batista has hinted that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will have to, or that Avengers 4 will have to change those characters in Avengers 4. They'll have to change some of the plot lines with them because, if we remember right, Phase 4, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to lead the way.
Right.
And supposed to set the tone for a more space-based, thing. So
they may have to. Maybe somebody doesn't come back from the snap that we thought would, or comes back and then dies, or whatever.
Right. So I mean, they all had to come back and do reshoots on 4, which I mean is standard. But now they're saying because of this situation, they might have had to change more than what they originally planned on changing.
Yeah. Well,
so we'll see what happens there.
That'll be interesting.
I don't know. I'm still hoping he comes back. I sure hope they don't recast him. Now, I mean, some will say, well, they recast the Hulk. But before they recast him, he wasn't as popular as Drax is in Guardians of the Galaxy, or as integral.
I got to say, most people probably didn't even realize the Hulk was supposed to be connected.
Yeah.
It seemed to be fairly standalone until the DVD came out. Mm-hmm. The Blu-ray came out, and they had the extra scene with Robert Downey Jr. Until that point, there was nothing to say they were connected. So it wasn't as big a deal to do that replacement. Now he is very integral into everything that's going on. So
he's very popular.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move away from Disney and on to DC, specifically the DC Universe, which dropped us some more major updates, as well as some behind the scenes of Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
So we know that it is going to launch. DC Universe launches on Batman Day, September 15th. Right. So we're getting close, just a week and a half away.
Yep.
But now we know the price, well, at least an introductory price, which will be 15 months for $74.99. That comes out to under $5 a month. I have a feeling that if you are not willing to take this price, you're going to be paying $5.99, $6.99, something like that on a monthly basis.
I should say you have until the 12th for that to get that price.
Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. And then, how the price adjusts from there.
You're right.
We've also got some Doom Patrol casting news, and this is very interesting. There's some big names here.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton, who
James Bond.
Well, or last saw on Penny Dreadful.
Penny
Has he been
Dreadful,
on since then?
That was the last major thing, I think.
Yeah. So he is going to be Dr. Niles Calder, aka the Chief.
The leader of the
Doom Patrol. Brendan Fraser is coming back to the screen. It's small screen, but hey, still the screen.
My man Brendan Fraser
as Robot Man.
It's good to see him working again.
Yeah.
I miss him.
And then Alan Tudyk as the villain, Dr. Nobody.
That makes it a must-watch right there. Just the fact that Alan Tudyk is in it.
And Doom Patrol will be coming early 2019. No specific date, but early. So yeah, I mean, that is quite the casting list. I like all of those guys, so I'm interested even more. So we'll see what happens there.
I got the full cast list, but those are the three castings that stood out. Were major, major actors,
major gets.
I mean, and the fact that you got so many people. Such a big talent in this. And don't forget, this Doom Patrol is going to premiere in Titans first.
Right.
And Titans debuts in October. So we'll get a look at that.
Yeah, cool.
All right, that does it for our major stories. Now on to our smaller stories, our Nerd Nuggets, our Geek Bites. First off, Henry Cavill, or Cavill as people have been saying it. I don't know how it actually I've been saying Cavill.
Man.
I've heard other people in interviews saying, or Cavill. Who knows?
Wow, I really hope it's not that.
I really hope it's not that because I've been calling him Cavill forever.
Yeah.
He has been cast as Geralt, the lead in Netflix Witcher adaptation. Now, for those of you who don't know, Witcher is a...
I bet...
no Superman now?
No, not necessarily Superman. Groot himself is probably disappointed.
Oh, yeah, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
True, but
he loves Witcher, doesn't
he? He does. But
didn't he do like a goofy movie adaptation?
No, he did the last Witcher.
Oh, the last Witcher. Yeah.
His D&D character guy.
Yeah.
But Henry Cavill looks more the part.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, and Geralt, it's based on the fantasy novels, which turned into a very popular video game series, The Witcher, which is an awesome video game, by the way, and the story is amazing. So I'm excited about it to see Superman in his role, although he's gonna have to get a full-on gray beard and long white hair, you know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
But we already know he can rock a killer mustache, so just add a beard and dye it white.
There you go.
I'm excited for this series.
All right, reviews for Marvel's Netflix Iron Fist Season 2 are in and kind of mixed, I guess.
Well,
so they're better than
they all say
season
it's
one.
better than the first season.
Yeah, better than the first season.
Yeah.
They go on to say has issues.
They go on to say that basically the martial arts are better, the acting's better,
Yeah.
the pacing is way better.
I mean, just the trailer made it look way cooler, way more action oriented, which you'd want from a martial arts.
Right, exactly.
based
And when you looked at
movie, show.
most of them said it was better than the first one, but some of them are like, but not much better.
Oh.
Or some of them would say like it still has like hollow bad guys, except for Alice Eve's Typhoid Mary.
Okay.
Alice Eve is a great actress, and Typhoid Mary is an awesome character.
Yeah.
So with a proper actress playing that character, you know.
So they don't like the bad Iron Fist,
Yeah.
the evil Iron
Yeah, his
Fist.
buddy, whatever. Yeah. And,
That was just a really weird part of the first season where I was just like, what?
I think
I don't really care about this character. I
Yeah.
don't like this little dynamic.
what they're saying is this
jealous
series
brother.
needed a full-on reboot, and it suffers from some of the baggage left over from the first season that they had to deal with.
Yeah.
But everyone says, like, I mean, the big thing with me with the martial arts were way better.
Yeah.
They still say there's too many cutscenes, but it is still, you could tell that they've actually put work into making this. So there you have it. Now, we reported here earlier about the new Academy Award category of popular
movie?
popular movie
Or
and
film or whatever.
It was very controversial at the time, and they have now since removed that award, saying that it is. They didn't even say they're going to postpone it until like next year or whatever. They just said they need to have further discussion on this.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to happen personally. I don't think they're going to have this award.
Yeah.
Now, some say this award was one tailor-made for Black Panther, and now people are kind of upset that they don't think that Black Panther will now get an Oscar because of this now. Which they don't think it's going to be a Best Picture contender. But I don't know. We'll see. The Academy is kind of weird about this kind of thing. You would figure, if it does, I mean, I don't think it'll be nominated, but if it does, it'll just be, they'll throw a nomination to it. It's not going to win an Oscar. At least not for that. It could win several technical Oscars for, costume and, set design and all that, which is well deserved. But I would have liked to have seen it, recognized some way. But
Right, yeah. All right, reshoots are underway for X-Men Dark Phoenix as director Simon Kinberg shared some behind-the-scenes images on Twitter.
In the Who Cares news.
Yeah,
does it really matter news?
We got to go through the motions.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still no official this is not happening news, but...
Which is odd, because Kinberg never showed any behind-the-scenes stuff during the principal production of this movie.
Huh.
And now that they're doing reshoots, he's like all on social media going, check this out, and talking about it. And I'm like, probably because who cares at this point? Might as well
maybe
throw it out there.
I'm not ruining anything because you're never going to see this movie.
You're never going to see it, sadly. You'll see it. Maybe on the Disney streaming service,
All right,
somewhere.
we'll see.
Throw it in there with the old Fantastic Four movies. All right, Jeffrey Dean Morgan of Walking Dead fame wants to play Lobo in a DC movie. Now they're not just saying there's a DC Lobo movie in production, but when asked what comic book character he would like to play, he said, "I want to play Lobo. He's a badass."
Yeah.
Now, when pressed for what Marvel character he'd like to play, he was saying when asked about it, he said, "Well, all those characters are mainly taken care of. You know, I don't really know who I'd want to play in the Marvel universe." And then when they pressed him, he said, "Well, I would like to play Reed Richards."
Oh.
So, which out of the two, I could see him more Reed Richards than I can Lobo, only because Jeffrey D. Morgan. Well, I guess he could bulk up for Lobo, but Lobo's just a big guy.
Yeah.
True. He's huge. So, but you know what? If he was casting either one of those roles, I'd be, I'd be happy. It's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah. Seems how he got kind of screwed out of Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah. All right, Incredibles 2 passes the 600 million mark, making it the highest for an animated movie domestically. Yeah, highest take for an animated movie, just counting domestics.
Yeah, even if you take animated out of there, that is up there in the top.
Well, yeah. It's way up there.
Yeah,
so that's good on them, and well worth it. It is definitely a great movie.
It's going to everyone's clamoring it's the highest money making movie that's not going to get another sequel, just because Brad Bird doesn't like doing sequels, and they're not going to do it without Brad Bird. 1, 2, Brad Bird doesn't like doing sequels. It took him 15 years?
15 years, something like that.
This one, and it's his first sequel he's done.
Right.
So we're probably not going to get another Incredibles 3.
Right.
Which is odd when you look at how much money the movie made.
Yeah.
Yeah. But unlike most cash grab movie companies, this is Disney though, and their quality is one of their defining things. So they're not going to do it without him. All right. Kevin Feige confirms plans for more female-led superhero movies and has expressed that even though they get pressing about this when about Captain Marvel doing the rounds, he was saying yes, there are more female-led superhero movies in the works, right?
Right.
And that's important, and he looks forward to a day when it's not a novelty, when it's not people aren't questioning about this, and it's just. But he said their plan was not to go out and specifically look for female-led hero movies. Their goal is number one is still meant to make good movies.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That is the number one goal, and if it happens to be a female-led superhero movie that's a good one, then that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
So
good.
That to me sounds like the right attitude to take.
Right. Yeah. Because a lot needs to change in the source material before you're going to get a bleed over into the movie realm.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, it's all dependent upon where that goes, because you can't just elevate somebody who's not a good character in the comics to just go, we're going to make a movie about
just
Monica Rambeau, who really never had a major presence in that. You're going to have to build something for it first. Right. You can't just randomly put all the female characters up on a dartboard. Let's make a Susan Storm movie, or let's make a whoever. You got to get some work behind some of that stuff.
Although they need a She-Hulk movie.
Again, She-Hulk's one of those. She is a background C-list character that
she's pretty popular though.
She's only ever held down a series as a comedic character.
True, very like Deadpool.
But
before Deadpool was Deadpool. Yeah. We had She-Hulk, which was very fourth wall breaking.
Correct.
Comedy. Yeah. All the stuff that Deadpool does, She-Hulk did before him.
Well, largely. I don't know about all of it.
Well, maybe not all of it. Yeah, but most of it. Yeah. Most of that's that humor in that. So, history lessons for you kids. All right, guys, there you have it. Our nerd news for the week. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back again next week with some more nerd news. Everything that breaks from Friday on. So if you don't like listening to news as it comes, tune in every Friday and get it all wrapped up in one neat little package.
There you go.
Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you're into gaming and that kind of thing, check out our other channel, the Grizzled War Master. And if you want to support the channel and the things we do here, there's links down below that can help you do that.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.